So I'm going to start. All right. So welcome everyone to our Blue Vraja Dakini meditation today. And my name's Melissa Abbott. And I'm here, a spreadsheet just came up. Bear with me just a second. Okay. And the Vraja Dakini helps us bring our energies into mirror-like wisdom. And so emptiness into form. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the Vraja Dakini to start off with, then we'll do some opening mantras, and then we'll do our meditation. So everybody get nice and comfortable. The Vraja Dakini is the blue Dakini. And behind me, I have a picture of a man meditating in a hut with all the Dakinis around him. And the Vraja Dakini, you want to sort of face east if you can, or just imagine that you're facing east. The Vraja Dakini is from the eastern sector of the Mandala. And they assign a finger to every one of the Vraja Dakinis, a right hand, the index finger, and it's indestructible, enlightened awareness. And the Vraja, they call them a family, the Vraja family is connected to the transformation of anger into mirror-like wisdom. The seed syllable for our meditation is Ha, facing the direction east. Our symbol is the Vraja, and that's a little thing that looks like this. It's a double pointed lightning bolt of sorts. The element is water. And the color is blue. The obstructed pattern within yourself is anger. The wisdom is mirror-like wisdom. The aggregate is consciousness. The time is dawn. The season, late autumn. Landscape, rugged mountains, icy rivers, and the shape is a circle. The body type is thin, hard, clean cut with sharp features. Sense perception is sight. And the Vraja is a thunderbolt symbol that can cut through any situation and is impervious to poison, cutting through to clarity. Enlightened awareness is indestructible, unconditioned. It cannot be harmed or tarnished. So moving into the eastern direction on the mandala, you can sort of imagine a mandala, and we're facing east. The color is blue. It's a rugged mountain landscape, that kind of thing. And the diamond-like aspect of the Vraja is like a laser, and it's a precision and a cutting through matter. It's a type of a scepter of sorts. And the prongs are energetic power, and it symbolizes the masculine power of skillful means, radiating out from the hub. So Vraja type people, and of all the different Dakini families, the Vraja persons tend to be cool, hip, aesthetic. Their element is water, which can appear in many forms. So if you think about it, water can be steam, it can be ice, it could be liquid, it could be frothy, it could be waving, it could be flowing, it could be still, like a still lake. Floods and hurricanes, the burning power of steam, And water has a penetrating ability, and it's clear, open, stark clarity. So the shape of the Vraja Dakini is a circle, which is kind of a drop of water, symbolizes a drop of water, a lake, a mirror. And the sense perception is visual clarity, scientific and logical, intellectual ability, simple elegance. The body type is thin and well-toned. Anger is the encumbered pattern, steam, burn, icy, passive-aggressive, controlling, one-pointed, contraction, judgment, cold analysis. Fear underlies the anger, vulnerability that leads anger to lash out. So underneath anger, a lot of times there's fear because you feel vulnerable and you lash out and become angry. And it can be triggered by a lot of things, by rudeness, poor service. You know, next time you complain in a restaurant, you can think about your Vraja Dakini self. Fatigue, hunger, injustice, infidelity, being bullied, being humiliated, sexual frustration, financial loss, insecurity, illness, violations using drugs and alcohol, the tendency to be intellectual and disconnect. So Vrajas can have a hard time with intimacy and being in touch with feelings. They can also be sadistic, the need to be right, always talking to get their way in an argument. And they tend towards austerity, sometimes can be heartless, precise, putting their intelligence as a defense. Think of the Zen swordsman, runs the risk. You can also, Vraja people run the risk of spiritual bypassing using austere types of spiritual practice, like Zen or Quakerism, to avoid emotional wounds. So Vraja person can use their intellect to avoid. Vrajas can be critical, organized, and have excessive precision. So if you've been to a lake or an ocean on a calm, misty day, you can't tell the difference between the sky and the water. And that is mirror-like wisdom. Mirror-like wisdom can also be the same energy as cold, hard manifestation of anger. And every angry, disturbing emotion is connected to struggle of some kind. And when the struggle is removed, the mirror-like wisdom remains. The anger is the ego maintaining its ground. And when the afflicted patterns of anger are felt as pure energy, they can dissolve into mirror-like wisdom and awareness. So the vast present, and painting the mirror like expanded awareness. So now we're going to start our meditation. And first, we'd like to generate a heartfelt motivation to practice for yourself and all beings. And you can say silently to yourself a sankalpa or intention. It could be as simple as something like grace, mirror-like wisdom, overcoming obstacles, patience, awareness. And say it to yourself 3 times silently, and just have the intention that it is my heartfelt motivation to practice for the benefit of all beings as well as myself, releasing all that keeps me from experiencing the truth and the transformation of presence. So before we begin, we're going to do some protections. And imagine that our meditation space, our space here in Zoom, the space here in this room at Joe's house in Cocoa Beach, Florida, imagine this meditation space is protected by a tent of rainbow light. This tent is made of interlocking vrajas, so it becomes like a chain link fence. But the vrajas are made of rainbow light. And this rainbow light includes all the colors, but the colors are pure luminosity. It therefore um, raises the question, wait a minute. Oh, it therefore raises the vibratory field surrounding you and acts as a protection. So just imagine this tent of interlocking double vrajas, like a chain link fence, a tent of vrajas made of rainbow light, just surrounding us, acting as a protection. We're going to start our practice with 9 relaxing breaths. So just get comfortable on your seat, elongate your spine, relax your shoulders, neck, and jaw, and allow your head to just float on top of your neck. So just get comfortable. And if you have some kind of a natural fiber shawl you want to put around you that keeps the meditation energy contained within you. And if you're sitting on a blanket, you might want to put an extra pillow under your hips just to get nice and comfortable. So close your eyes and keep them closed as much as possible until the end of the process. You will be doing 9 deep, relaxing breaths. And for the first 3 breaths, breathe into any physical tension you are holding in your body, noticing where you feel it, then hooking that tension with the breath and release the intention with the exhalation. So take a deep inhale, hook the tension with the breath, any physical tension you might feel, and then release the tension with the exhalation. Second breath, inhale and exhale. Let any physical tension ride out with the exhale. Inhale, hook the tension with the breath. Maybe it's in your shoulders, your spine, your hips. Exhale, release that tension. Let it just fully ride out, that energy ride out. The second 3 relaxing breaths, we want to breathe into any emotional tension you are holding, noticing where you're holding that emotional tension in your body, and then hooking that emotional tension. It's been an emotional week for a lot of people. Maybe you were sad or had a situation in your life and it's somewhere in your body, in your heart, in your throat. Hook that emotional tension with your breath, release it, letting it ride out with the exhalation. So inhale, noticing where you're holding emotional tension, and exhale, just let it relax and ride out. Inhale. Hook the emotional tension, exhale. And inhale. And exhale. For the last 3 breaths, we're going to breathe into any mental tension or worries you are holding, noticing where you're holding mental tension in your body, and then hooking that tension with the breath and releasing it with exhalation. And this could be maybe some kind of anxiety or stress in your life. Take a deep inhale and hook that mental tension, and exhale. Let it out. Maybe you keep thinking a certain thought over and over again, like a song in your head. Hook it and ride it out. Inhale. Mental tension gone. Exhale. Last one, best one. Inhale. Hook the mental tension and release it with the exhalation. Exhale. So now we're going to work on unblocking the encumbered Vraja pattern in our bodies. And I would like to say the non-dual invocation as well. And if you know it, you can sing along. Otherwise, you can just listen. And it's Atma Twam Girija Mati Sahachara Prana Sariram Guram Puja Te Vishvayo Prabho Garachana Nidra Samadhistiti Shankara Pradayo Bradakshina Vidi Stotrani Sarva Giro Yad Yat Karma Karomi Tata Dakilaham Shambho Tavaradhanam. Satgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. We'll get right into unblocking the encumbered Vraja pattern in your body. So in your meditation posture, scan the body and feel the energy of anger in your body. Is it a heaviness in your limbs, a cold chill in your belly, a feeling of compression in your heart, the feeling of the need to control, an icy intellectualization, overly complex thinking, a tendency towards austerity? So scan your body and feel any energy of anger. Feel the encumbered energy. Now, if you don't feel it now, especially if it's your first time doing this, you didn't know what to expect, you need to do this meditation a few times to kind of get into it. Just recall a time, an incident or a period in your life when you were encumbered with an anger energy. And it could be as recently as this morning, or it could be something from your childhood where you were really, really angry. Now, think about that incident or period in your life and intensify the encumbered feeling of anger, control, impatience, or coldness, so that you feel it deeply and strongly. And this gives you the experience of the blue Vraja family in its blocked state. So this is the encumbered state, the anger state. And we're going to transform the anger state. Now, feeling the blocked state. Feel it very deeply. Now we're going to sound the seed syllable slowly in a low voice, ha. And as you sound the syllable, feel the syllable go through your body and see your body penetrated and permeated by blue light. And feel the obstructed pattern start to transform into mirror-like wisdom. It might not happen right away. We'll be working on it. We're going to do this several times. And let the wisdom come from the sound of the, let any wisdom that comes up come from the sound and the light. So now we're going to sound the seed syllable ha slowly in a low voice. Feel the sound go through your body. See your body permeated by blue light. Take a deep inhale. No judgment. Now, again, sound the seed syllable slowly in a low voice. Feel the blue light go within you, penetrating and permeating your obstructed, any kind of obstructed pattern of anger. Inhale. may start to feel the pure quality of this energy and the transformation that it can provide. Third time, take a deep inhale. Sound the seed syllable slowly in a low voice. And as we sound the next syllable, feel the sound go through your body, almost like you're sending the sound into your body rather than projecting it outward as you normally might. And as you sound the seed syllable ha, see your body permeated by luminous blue light. Feel the obstructed pattern of the Vraja Dakini. Feel your body penetrated and permeated with the sound of ha. And as you sound the syllable, you'll feel it go through your body, feeling the obstructed pattern start to transform, starting to drop the struggle and starting to rest in your mirror-like wisdom and the release of anger through sound, visualization, and light. Let the transformation become the sound and the light. Start to become the Vraja Dakini herself as you sound the seed syllable ha. Imagine your own body transformed into the luminous blue body of the Vraja Dakini, full-breasted, dancing, naked, wearing bone ornaments, luminous blue. Feel such an intensity of energy that energy starts to become flames around your body, every pore of your blue Vraja Dakini body emanating flames. Start to feel the intensity of the mirror-like wisdom. And with such intensity, the emanation from your body becomes flames and starts to transform you. Every pore of your body becomes mirror-like wisdom. Now sound the syllable ha as the Vraja Dakini, sending rainbow light out to all the wisdom beings of the universe. And the light invites those beings to send back your light rays. They have hooks on the light rays, and it hooks and gathers the energy of the wisdom beings, bringing it back into us. Take a deep inhale. Send out the rainbow light. Mirror-like wisdom of infused light returns and enters the Vraja Dakini. You are the blue Vraja Dakini. And we'll Sound the syllable ha one more time. Feel the light rays emanating from every pore. Feel the transformation of your obstructed anger, that memory you had, that feeling of that anger. Let it transform into mirror-like wisdom. Mirror-like wisdom. Take a deep inhale. Mirror-like wisdom of infused light returns from the empowered wisdom beings and enters the Vraja Dakini. That's you. So we're going to rest a while in this wisdom, and we'll rest as long as we have that feeling, noticing what it was like to become the Vraja Dakini, embodying the wisdom and discernment, the mirror-like wisdom, releasing the grasp and struggle of the encumbered energy of anger. So let's bask in the energy of the Vraja Dakini. And when you have embodied the fierce energy of the Vraja Dakini, this force of energy transforms and destroys your limitations and delusions. And part of our resting in this wisdom is that you can invite the Vraja Dakini to stay with you. And if you want to at home, you can repeat the syllables slowly and mindfully, resting after each repetition as many times as you like, always resting in the emanating mirror-like energy at the end. So rest in the wisdom right now. So the struggle of anger is removed. Unencumbered mirror wisdom is the same energy as anger, but without the angst and the struggle of the ego. The struggle and the angst and the ego is removed. This wisdom burns very brightly. This pure energy without the struggle of anger has a very pure quality of transformation. Embody this transformative energy of the Vraja Dakini. Luminous blue light. And you may start to feel the intensity of the mirror-like wisdom. And feel that energy flowing through. You might feel like a percolation in your body or a slinky. It may feel like fire, like flames, the energy of mirror-like wisdom. The fierce energy of the Vraja Dakini. This force, this transformed force, destroys limitations and delusions. Invite her to stay with you. Invite her to become part of you. You can rest in this wisdom as long as you like, and you can repeat the seed syllable ha slowly and mindfully whenever you need to throughout the rest of your day, resting in each repetition as many times as you like, always resting in the wisdom energy at the end. And we will end our practice session with the blue Vraja Dakini today with our pure motive prayer. And it's a very key, it's an effective key to your practice. So may I practice out of love for myself with the desire to know the truth for the benefit of all beings. I'll end with a prayer. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave. Sachid, I bow to the goodness within myself, the true eternal teacher. Sachidananda Mutaye. My essence nature within is pure joy, pure awareness, and pure bliss. Nishprapanchaya Shantaya, always present, always luminous, and full of peace. This is my inner self, my essence nature, Niralambaya Tejase, independent in its existence, full of light, and always supporting me. I offer myself to the blue Vraja Dakini light. I am the blue Vraja Dakini light, a true teacher within and without, independent in its nature and existence, a vital essence of inner illumination. So may we have the aspiration to awaken our divine essence nature, activating the natural flow of energy in the body, the blue Dakini in the body today, providing stability, wisdom, joy, freedom, and self-acceptance. Bring your arms out like airplane wings and very slowly and gently bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra at your heart chakra. Feel your energy body as your palms come together. And you can bring your palms slightly apart. And we'll just bring them together in a clap. Rub your palms together. Activate the prana shakti, the blue Vraja Dakini energy. And give yourself a little blue Vraja Dakini bath. Your head, your neck, your glands, your torso, your arms, your legs, your calves, your feet, maybe bring your hands to your heart and feel your essence nature, the blue, transformed, luminous, blue Dakini energy within. My pleasure and privilege to lead you through the blue Dakini meditation, the eastern part of the 5 Dakini Mandala. And we'll now open the session to any sharings or questions that anybody has or they'd like to share. And you can raise your hand, just unmute yourself and talk if you feel guided to do so.
Melissa,
Yes.
this is Joanne.
Hi, Joanne.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. You're welcome. When we were doing it and you were expressing the feeling it, I could feel like a pain in my shoulder. And then I felt it all release. Then I felt the sensation of like energy, I want to say like effervescent feeling through my body. And especially down that right arm.
Wow.
And I embraced it in the end. And I will continue with this meditation today, later on too. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne. That was a beautiful sharing and a beautiful illustration of the transformation of the blue Dakini energy. We all hold a lot of things in our body. We hold anger. We don't even know that we're holding it. It's great to just release it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Anybody else have anything they just want to add or sharing? I know some of you may still be meditating. All right, Michelle, you can unmute yourself.
This is just kind of a funny thing. Yesterday or 2 days ago, I realized how passive aggressive I was. And this is the funny part. I was getting the kids ready for school and we Googled what passive aggressive was and had our Alexa tell us over and over again. So this is wild. And then we all laughed about it. So these are my boys. I have 2 boys. And we just listened and we thought about how we are all passive aggressive in our lives and how we all possess it. so the timing is impeccable. And we laughed about it. My kids laughed about it. We learned about what it is and how it shows up in our lives. And then we laughed about it. So that's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. We've never done that before. So,
well, I always feel like I'm in sync with you.
Yeah, we are.
We're in sync. I've never met you. You live in Ohio. I'm in Florida right now, but I always feel like a kindred spirit in you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful sharing.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. So Sean, you have your, go ahead, unmute yourself.
Thank you. Yes, I noticed some connection to my subtle body, but my intellect brain is asking the seed mantra Ha. What does that supposed to relation? Like, I've heard of speed, seed mantras before, so I'm just wondering what kind of chakra is that?
Well, the thing is that the seed mantra doesn't have any meaning. And if it had a meaning, then you'd assign a meaning to it. And then you'd always be thinking about that meaning and you wouldn't have the seed mantra vibrating. And so basically that is what they call an uchara practice, where you just bring the whole ha sound through your heart and up through your head and, however it works for you. They don't really give any instructions, but for me, it's an uchara practice, which means that you're sounding the seed syllable from your heart and from your central channel, and that it's actually integrating you and transforming you from the inside out as you become the Vraja Dakini. So intellectually, your mind wants to assign it to a chakra or something like that. And it isn't like that. Thank you. Thanks for the question. Good question. Anybody else have anything? I know in the chat, Beelan said, thank you, dear one. And Jonah just wants to say hi to you. Joe is here. Joe, do you have anything you want to share?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
Hi,
at
Joe.
Joe. Yeah, I'm going to turn this so you can see Joe in her meditating posture on her couch in her living room underneath her blue mermaid. So I'm going to turn, and can you see? There she is. Wave.
Hey, Joe.
So we wish that you were all here in Cocoa Beach with us, but you're here on the subtle level, which is great. So thank you all for being here. Anyone else have anything that they want to share or discuss, or I'm going to take a picture of our session.
Melissa, I had a question, Melissa. I don't know if
Sure,
you can hear me.
I can hear you.
I thought it was wonderful, although I missed being there in person, the privilege of being there in person. But it was wonderful. But I had a question. I was kind of wondering and thinking a little bit about it, maybe that intellectual part you were talking about, the mirror-like wisdom. What is mirror-like wisdom? Is it reflecting authentic, reflecting reality? What's different from mirror-like wisdom from other wisdoms?
Well, in Buddhism, they oftentimes in their initiations use a round mirror, and that actually symbolizes the mind. And the mind reflects back at you and creates an emptiness and a space. So you're going not for the thinking, you're not going for that. You're going for like kind of like an emptiness is what they call it in Buddhism. So that's the mirror. The mirror shines it back at you and you go to the emptiness. Anybody else have anything they want to add about that? Maybe Sean knows something more than I do. I'm initiated in Buddhism and I've studied a little bit of Buddhism.
I'll say something.
Yeah, please do. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I mean, just on that note, I did feel a greater sense of lightness and clarity, I think, in the chest region, mainly. As about halfway through, I became aware of like almost like a releasing sensation. And the blue light and all that was kind of flowing, and then I just felt lighter. It was really nice, as always.
It sounds like it worked. Very good, Dave. Fantastic.
Well, thank you, Melissa.
Thank you, Dave. Did I answer your question, Jonah?
Yes, you did.
Okay, good. All right.
I can share. You may wish to view the Garland of View, which talks a little bit about, and it kind of weaves a lot of these practices in, which we're sharing now, and it talks about the moon and the lake and the illusion. So that may offer you some inquiry about your practice, about unreflective and the different vehicles and aggregates that was mentioned in today's practice. You know, it's kind of funny how certain things may resonate, and that's what I personally got from some of the cues that were mentioned from, you know, similar information that I've gathered before.
Beautiful
I'd
Sean
share
here.
that
We
with
have two Seans on the call. Thank you.
Okay.
Swagatham.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, thank you.
I really like what you were talking about, and the illusion, the reflection, that really stood out to me. One was in the releasing. I really felt that throughout the entire process, but the entire mirroring, just light itself being something that is illusory, and then the mirroring and like the reflection off of the like off the lake, again, Maya type reflection going on there, and that really spoke a lot to me, because I kind of really dove into that, and that became more of a if you will, a Ali like blackness. I'm very much my avenue is more into tantric Shaivism. Is where my background is.
Me too.
Oh, okay.
Well, I know you from, Christopher Wallace's workshops
Yes,
and groups. Yes.
Yes.
I took this
He-
veer into this because it's a practice that's come down from Tantric Buddhism at the same time as the Shaiva
Yeah.
Tantra. And there
Yeah.
are the 5 Dakini actually practice, maybe I've read up about it. It may have come from India first and then moved into Tibet. And then
I think they crisscross.
they interlock. Yeah. So I felt like, well, it's not Shaivism, it's the Tantric Buddhism, but it's the same stuff.
It is.
It's
and
so
I have a
cool.
very good friend that I'm a good friend. Deb is she does tantric Buddhist. That is her, that's her niche up there in Massachusetts. And her teacher just recently moved on to the other side. But
I'm not familiar. Where does your friend live in Massachusetts?
oh Lord, I could not tell you right now.
No, because I'm
I knew
from
5 minutes
Massachusetts.
ago.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's Debbie Offie. And where does she live? I cannot remember. I can't
Okay.
remember where in Massachusetts she's at.
You can always
but-
text me.
Yeah, and I sent you her teacher's name.
Her teacher's
and that's
name is going on my prayer list later today. I didn't have time to put it on yet, but you did send it to me. And I do have a
Yeah.
prayer list starting here in Florida. I kind of like
Nice.
stopped my prayer list a month ago when I left Massachusetts and I came to Florida. I'm here in Florida for 3 months. And I'm
Okay.
practicing with Joe Haight Serling, and this is her home here in Cocoa Beach, and I'm renting a condo down the street, and I know her
Nice.
from, Shaiva Tantra stuff, and so we got together
Right.
to start practicing, and it's very
Very,
cool.
very nice. I'm
Yeah.
so glad you brought this up, because I hadn't heard of this, and it just like, this was a great it was a great break from work too.
Yeah, right. I know Joanne is taking a break from work as well, midday break, and really we wanted to keep this practice like under an hour kind of thing so that people could
Yes.
come to it. Anybody else?
Thank you.
Elizabeth, do you have anything to share?
Yeah, thank you so much. It was really beautiful. I somehow in the beginning, right before we started breathing, like the initial breath, I felt this enormous tiredness get through my whole body. So I stopped the video, but then I continued practicing. And when we started with the mantra, so I didn't do it in the Uchara way or with the Uchara technique. I did it just through my heart and through my body.
That's fine.
And
Fine. That's how she
And-
teaches it in the book. It's through the heart.
I didn't get yet to the part where she explains it in detail, but for me it was very intense when we had to kind of magnify the initial anger,
Yeah.
and I felt it strongly in my heart. And yeah, I feel also a very big release now because I have been carrying some anxiety in this area. So I definitely feel a release too. And somehow I'm very like practices with a lot of visualization, they work very good for me. And I'm looking forward to learn more about, you know, why is it the east, why is it the, like all these details behind it, and that's what's also interests me, the knowledge behind that.
Well, it's what they call a mandala. It's a circle. An energetic circle. Everything is circles. Everything is the universe, circles. And so it's a feminine practice of these dakinis, and each part of the mandala is a different direction. And the center is what they call the Buddha Dakini, and it doesn't have a direction, but the other four do. So we started with the east, and next week I think we'll do the Ratna.
This might be a good time to mention the book.
Oh yes, and the book Wisdom Rising by Lama Tsuyltrim Allione, and we're taking the practices from her book, and this is a practice session. I'm going to put this on YouTube, so I want to make sure that I give her credit. This isn't something I thought up. This is just a practice session for these practices from this book. All right. Anything else, Elizabeth?
No.
All right.
No, thank you. It's
You.
beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. And we have Belin. You showed yourself. Hello. Do you have anything else you want to share?
Hi all. I'm very thankful for the practice. Thank you for the time and the love and the dedication. Spaciousness. That's it. And a little bit of releasing as well. Some tears came up. And yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad you could come. She actually, I found her on Instagram. Yeah, I posted on
Yes.
Instagram. Yeah, she came from Instagram.
Yeah.
That's so great. Excuse me. Anything else, Belin?
No, nothing else.
Thank you for coming. All right.
Thank you.
We have AJ. Do you have anything to say?
Okay, so the anger was definitely in my belly. It was sitting, it was heaviness. It was like just density is what it felt like. And to go from that and amplifying that to that like clarity, that wisdom, that almost like dissolving is what it felt like to me. It was absolutely wonderful. So thank you. This was a beautiful practice. Thank you to all of you for sharing this.
Thank you, AJ, for coming. I work with AJ at a yoga studio in New Hampshire. So it's wonderful to have her come today. All right. Shraddha, do you have anything you want to share? No. Okay. Anybody else have anything burning that they want to say before I end the practice? Do you want to share, Joe? She's fine. Joe doesn't. Joe says hi. She doesn't want to share.
Really have anything to share.
Doesn't have anything to share, but she's my meditation buddy. All right. All right. So we'll just end our practice today if nobody has anything else. And next week, same time, same bat station. And we're going to work on the Ratna Dakini next week. So if you have the book, you can read up on the Ratna. And that's one of my favorite ones. I love the Ratna Dakini. And we'll see you then. And we'll see you next week. I'll send out emails to let you know. And I'll send you out an email with the link to the YouTube of this so you can practice during the week if you want to. All right. So namaste.
Namaste.
Love you all. Thank you. I'm going to end the practice. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.